YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here at Prague, whatever it is. We got some Clan Angrund versus Empire. Let's see how this one plays out. Looks like the viewers submitted this must have been French based on the stuff coming in there. So, all right, we got the grudge thrower up front. Let's see what else the dwarfs are packing here. Iron breakers, dwarf warriors. So iron breakers on the flank, dwarf warriors in the centers, backed up by a rune lord, double rune smith with the 3 abilities there. And then we've got some dragonback slayers and 3 thunderers in the back. So that's going to be the dwarf army. There is a great cannon. The Empire's great cannon is not nearly as accurate as a dwarf cannon, but it can still get some work done if it's given time. It's really meant to be anti-large, but like I said, give it time and it will hit stuff. You can see here that its stray shots are actually managing to hit stuff just because of the way that the dwarf is deployed. There is a Luminarch of Hysh out here, the Templehof Luminarch. We've also got the silver bullets sitting back here, so there's 4 handgunners for the Empire. I like this. I use a lot of handgunners as the Empire playing against the dwarfs. At least I like it. He's brought standard swordsmen though, and standard swordsmen are not going to do well versus the dwarfs. We've got Volkmar on a war chariot here. Or on the war altar, my bad. Oh, there's 2 cannons. So yeah, the great cannons are going to be a problem then. Not sure about the Luminarch pick versus the dwarfs. I mean, it can move, and if you get the Luminarch like out on the flank of a fight where it can shoot sideways into the infantry or into the lord, it can cause a lot of damage. But dwarfs do have magic resistance, and the Luminarch is a magical attack. So they get a little bit of resistance to it. The Empire guns are going to outnumber the dwarf guns, but the dwarf infantry will be far superior. Volkmar, let's remind ourselves of some of the buffs that he's going to be throwing out here. So he's got the Grand Shield of Faith. He's got this, which is kind of weird that you would bring that versus the dwarfs because they don't have any magic. Okay, so the gunners, you can see the gunners are shooting through the holes the Empire players left in the lines. That's not a bad plan. Net of Ammontok coming in from both a Light Wizard and the Luminarch. So it's going to hold the dwarfs in position for quite some time. And they're going to get hammered by gunners. So pretty straightforward and useful strategy there. The Iron Breakers over here are wrecking the swordsmen, and these swordsmen don't have a prayer of defeating the Iron Breakers. I think the Iron Breakers just 1-on-2 versus those swords do just fine. The Dwarf Warriors might as well just plow ahead over here. So the Luminarch's up here. I'm not even sure it's taken a shot yet. Yeah, I don't know if it's charging up a shot or not, but I haven't seen it fire yet. Yeah, these Iron Breakers, like I said, it'll take them a while because they don't have the biggest attack, but they're going to wreck those swordsmen easily. The Thunderers are firing back now, doing some damage to the Empire swordsmen, and of course the Empire guns are doing a ton of damage to the dwarf infantry. Volkmar, I guess, kind of being like the support boss, kind of like the Rune Lord is here too. With the Rune Smiths in supporting though, I mean that's double Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and then the Rune Lord should have the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, which can do a ton of damage. Look at this, the War Altar being damaged heavily on the way in. It's being targeted by the Thunders. So I'm not sure that Volkmar really wants to be here. His pretty gold War Altar is going to get shot, like just completely pumped full of dwarf lead here. It ain't going to be pretty. More nets coming in. These Dragonback Slayers are over here going to go chase the Templehof Luminarch. I'm not sure that's necessary. I don't think the Templehof Luminarch's actually done anything other than cast a net. These guys might be more useful to chase the handgunners since their speed allows. Yeah, Volkmar is getting absolutely wrecked, and the Rune Lord is not. The Rune Lord's not on his Anvil of Doom though, which is kind of weird. Guess he didn't have the money left in his army. Yeah, look at this. Iron Breakers over here, not even getting touched by the swordsmen. Over here, the Iron Breakers would have only gotten hit by the guns. The swords aren't causing any damage. Dwarf Warriors are struggling. That's not completely surprising. Whoa, the Luminarch of Hysh actually got caught by the Dragonback Slayers, and now it's not going to get away, I don't think. Yeah, its speed's down to 33. It's not getting away. What a waste. The Luminarch of Hysh getting killed by the Dragonback Slayers. Whew, the dwarfs have got to be loving that. That's got to fulfill like several things in the Book of Grudges, I would think. Volkmar, here's what's left of his pimped out war chariot. It's It's just a bloody waste now. The dwarfs can salvage that for some extra gold, or set it up in their king's chambers. Handgunners got into the fight somehow here, maybe a misclick. Silver bullets get hit with the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and look how much damage this Ruin does because it lasts so long. It just eats away the hit points. Ate a pretty good chunk off those guys there. And now the gunners for the dwarfs are able to gun back versus the Empire. And they're going to be able to get some work done. These Dragonback Slayers are going to be faster than the gunners, and the handgunners are going to be tired. Here's another master. Actually, this is the Master Ruin of Wrath and Ruin. Let's see what it does to these handgunners. Remember, it's just like an extended duration Wrath and Ruin, and you can see it did extensive damage. It is an extremely helpful Ruin. Woo! Those cannons just lit up the Runesmith there. Wow, it's like every cannonball they shot hit him. Here comes another net. So the Light Wizard's still being very, very annoying. And the Luminarch of Hysh came back and actually got some kills. It didn't get finished off. The Dragonback Slayers, after all that chase, should have finished off the Luminarch of Hysh. They had it right where they wanted. Looks like the cannon now is eating fire from the Thunderers. The Runesmith gets blasted by the cannons, and he's going to be gone. But these Iron Breakers are very healthy, and then with the help of the Dragonback Slayer speed, I don't see how the Empire can turn this around. They're going to get wrecked. So Volkmar's ambition to get right into the middle of that battle was a poor decision, and the dwarfs gunned him down summarily, and you can see that that cheap Empire infantry was absolutely no match for the Iron Breakers. The Iron Breakers typically more of a defensive unit, but if you feed non-armored units into them, those guys are going to chew them up, and they're going to chew them up bad. And then the Dragonback Slayers here basically getting rid of a Templehof Luminarch definitely paid for themselves as well. So the Empire player here misusing some units. The double net with all the guns and cannons definitely could have been successful against the dwarfs if he would have managed his units a little bit better. There was no need to charge Volkmar down the center of that fight and get him right up in that, so I think that was a pretty key mistake for the Empire player. Appreciate my viewer sending this in. I appreciate all of you. Hope you enjoyed watching this today. I love making the content for you. Can't wait to be bringing you Wood Elves soon. Definitely looking forward to that. And appreciate all those who comment, subscribing, making this fun. You're fantastic, and I'm having a lot of fun, like I said, making this for you. Appreciate MSI for sponsoring this build that I'm recording with, helping me to bring you quality videos. I will see you all soon in another battle.